Hey guys, I'm back. Here I am on this edition of The Quiet Storm. I am your man, the one and only Rashid Martin. And I want to share something, man. Let me share something, man. Let me just say this. When you leave a legacy behind, it's complicated. This legacy that everybody's talking about is complicated. Let me share my viewpoint on why this legacy is going to be complicated for a lot of people. Number one, this is someone who we look up to. Legacies are very complicated to follow. Number one, the first reason why legacy is complicated to follow, because it's someone else's legacy. And he accomplished a lot in the legacy. Number two, accomplishments. You can't match someone's accomplishment. And number three, it's a legend, icon. When you become an icon, a legend, when you become an icon at all, it's hard to match that because you have years and years of experience in doing what you did to leave the legacy. So, in addition to that, it's very complicated. Now, here's something that I want to point out to you guys. It's always a pleasure to sit here and enjoy and talk about my point of view and what I acknowledge, what I think about this incident. 9 other people were on board. I feel sorry for their families. May my prayers and thoughts go with the other families. We got to consider everyone, because this is a serious tragedy. It's complicated. The reason why I use that word, I'm going to tell you why. Complications. What's complicated about this legacy is that it's enormous. It's not just, being an athlete, being a father. It's about leaving behind a trailblazing history of work that he did. He put in a lot of effort. He put in a lot of work. And when you put in a lot of work and effort in doing something that you're passionate about, this is something he loved to do. He started when he was 6 years old. That's very hard to follow. This was something that was in his heart. He created a book called Dear Basketball. Look that up. Look into that. Dear Basketball. He had videotapes of legends when he was 6 years old. So he started very young. As he got older, 17, 18, he went straight to the pros. After that, it went on. The rest is history. That's the type of legacy I would like to leave behind for my family, my daughter. You guys know who my daughter is because I've showed you many times. You guys know who my wife is. Well, I don't think my wife, you guys never ever seen my wife, but my wife is someone I want to leave a legacy for. Now, me and her, we have a lot in common. It's very, very, the Lakers' legacy will continue. I mean, this is something that we all must have. We must all leave a legacy for our loved ones. Legacies are built. They're created. They're created from humble beginnings. Now, sometimes we may not understand why these humble beginnings happen. When you have humble beginnings, things become larger than life. They grow on its own. It's about growing and experience. Now, most of the time, we don't know where the legacy is going to go. The only thing we know is that we're creating one. We're creating one from the starting point to a finishing point. That's like a race. We're running a marathon. The marathon we're running, we have to run that race so others can follow that legacy. That's what legacy is in my mind. A legacy is running a race. It's like a marathon. You keep running until you finish the race. That's what he did for us. He finished the race. He finished from start to finish. And the reason why it's so complicated because he started from 6 to 41. Now you count those years. 6 to 41. That's a lot of years. That's 20, 20, 22, 20, 22, 20 years in the league he averaged. That's a lot of records broken. He broke a lot of records, man. He broke a lot of records. Now, those records that were broken, he left legacy among legacy. That's where he became an icon because he was global. His name is very popular. When you say Kobe, you know who we talking about. That's all you need to say is Kobe. Everybody chants that name. Everybody. Right now, it's complicated because no one can. It's unexplainable. Let me share this with you guys. Why it's complicated? Because this was someone we all watch and observe and grow in front of our eyes. This is someone who took care of his family when he went home. Like me. I'm taking care of my family. When he went home, he was a normal person. He did normal fatherly things. He was a father. He was a husband. He was someone's son. He was like those other people that was on board as well. That had families they left behind. And this is a serious, complicated legacy that someone has to pick up and carry for the rest of us. And I want to be one of the people to carry that legacy because I feel like he deserves this type of memory. You know, this is a memory for us. This is something that is inspiring me to do even more. He left behind something called the Mamba mentality, which means you got to have zero focus on what you're doing. The Mamba mentality. It's about mentally being strong, being aggressive, getting things done. You know, getting the job done, no matter what condition or what shape or what mind frame you're in. You got to have the mindset and the will. You got to be able to do it. You got to overcome. You got to be an overcomer, a winner. Winner have no excuses. That's what something that Kobe taught me and may have taught you. Winners have no excuses. When you become a winner, you gotta have no excuses as a winner because you're winning, you're doing something that's helping other people. You gotta have a winner attitude. Excuse me. When you have a winner attitude, everything else around you changes because people want to be a part of that. They want to know what you're doing. That's something that they never seen before. That means you have a winning attitude. When you apply that to whatever you're doing, when you're at work, when you're at home or school, whatever you're doing, it shows in your performance. A lot of people don't understand that concept yet. How are you doing it? It's called win-win attitude. You got to have a winner's mentality. Which means you got to go beyond what you normally think. You got to think outside yourself. It's hard to do, not only if you make it hard. You gotta have that passion. It's got to be like an obsession. You got to be obsessed with what you're doing. If you have the obsession, if you have the obsession and the drive, you're gonna do it. Obsession, drive equals success. That's something that Kobe shared a lot. He showed it in his performance. That's why when he got on the court, time slowed down for him. Because he showed that time will slow down for you. And this is what happens when time slows down. He was always 2 steps ahead. His game elevated because he had a winner's mentality. He showed that if you think like a winner, you will become a winner, and it will show in your work and your performance. He worked effortlessly, consistently, every day. Daily. He went to the gym. He worked hard for what he wanted. And people didn't understand why he worked so hard. What was he saying? What was he talking about? He was talking about being a winner in the game of life. how you become a winner. He was showing it's possible because he came from humble beginnings of watching these legends and icons on tape. And then he studied the game. He studied the statistics. He studied the stat report. He was at a young age. He learned languages. This is what it takes to get ahead. You got to have a win-win attitude. Once you apply that, that becomes your fuel for life. It becomes your oxygen. It becomes your air. You have to eat, sleep, think basketball. To him, that's what he did. Eat, sleep, think basketball. When you play basketball, your mindset changes. It changes to everything else in life. You have a winner's attitude. Your energy gets better. It starts becoming contagious. It was contagious. His personality, everything was contagious. That's why he felt unstoppable. He even said he felt unstoppable. He made a video about it called Unstoppable. He felt like, he works harder than you. And the reason why that is, you boo boo baby, the reason why he works, come here, come baby. Come to daddy. You wiping your nose? Come. You poo poo? Come to daddy. You poo poo? Come baby. Come here, Katrin, come to daddy, come. You poo poo? Yeah, I smell it. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna tend to my daughter. When you have a winner's mentality and you're passionate about what you're doing, you become a legend. You become an icon. You become someone that everybody wants to be a part of and be around. Some possess it, some don't. It takes years of practice to possess that. I just want to say this. Continue to love yourself, and it will show in your performance. Don't let no one stop you. You can be anything. That's what Kobe believed. He believed you have to work hard for what you want. No one should have anything easy. He said you can have it, but you got to work for it. You got to work at it. And the result is it will show in your performance. I'm Rashid Martin, and this is The Quiet Storm. You guys stay blessed.